Hi everyone, I know you're all probably thinking, Mac, why did the quality of this video change? Why are you clearly using a cell phone? Um, Simple answer, I guess. My computer completely crapped out on me for some reason. Normally, when I have to record a clip while I'm editing, I use Photo Booth. Because it's a quick process, I can just export it in and put it into iMovie really fast. It's no problem. Sorry, long way of saying that. This time it was a problem for whatever reason. It says there's no camera connected, but when I check, it says the FaceTime camera is in use and works. So I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe if anyone watching this knows how to fix it, leave that in the comments, because I don't. I don't really know anything about computers. All I'm starting to realize is, like my camera, maybe it's time to upgrade. I've had this laptop for a long time. Actually, a couple months less than I've had my camera. I got a camera. The laptop I was using to edit photos died, and then I had to get a new laptop like 5 months later. But yeah, I think it's just time. This one currently does not have enough memory space in it. It just doesn't run fast enough. I'm constantly deleting, re-uploading, re-editing files and stuff, and it's just not really holding together anymore. I constantly have to delete new applications. I can't keep anything on there for longer than about a week. So it's just time. That's it. Long story short, it's time to upgrade. So, hopefully by this summer I'll be able to upgrade one of them. But back to the point is to intro this video. So hopefully you watched part 1 of John and I's best of this year. This is part 2. Picks up right where the other one left off. We cover our predictions of good movies for next year, bad movies for next year. We talk about, we do a brief Rogue One review with a special guest, so you'll see that very soon. Yeah, that's it. My goal for this year is to start uploading consistently. Trailer Trash is going to start coming out Wednesday or Thursday, just depending on what new trailers come out. Journey to Superman is coming back next Sunday. So if you like Journey to Superman, let me know. Watch it. But yeah, Journey to Superman's coming back next Sunday. And a lot of new stuff, a lot of fun stuff is coming in the next couple months. Thank you so much for all of your support. I hope you all had a really great holiday season and New Year's. Yeah, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.
So yeah, my runner-up, or I guess, we'll say runner-up. It's not a tie. For biggest disappointment was Jason Bourne. The 5th movie in the Jason Bourne franchise, the 3rd one to feature Matt Damon instead of Jeremy Renner. Just not very good. It basically felt like a weaker entry in the franchise. Something we'd expect to see is maybe like the 1st or 2nd movie in terms of quality. Who is it? Who's the villain in that? Tommy Lee Jones basically phones it in, which is very rare because I don't think I've seen a performance from Tommy Lee Jones before that I didn't like. Here was that Tommy Lee Jones in? Yeah, it was? Yeah. So it's 2 performances this year that I didn't like him in. I hated him in Jason Bourne, and I really hated him in The Mechanic Resurrection.
He was in that too?
It was terrible.
Bad year for Tommy Lee Jones.
But yeah, Jason Bourne just didn't do anything for me.
So my picks for
Oh, one more thing. Save your money and time. Don't see Jason Bourne. See The Accountant instead. It's better. Okay.
Is it? I wanted to see that too. My picks for disappointing. I'm gonna start with Rogue One. Actually, so the thing is, Rogue One could also go in my surprising category because I don't think this movie needed to be made.
Well, yeah.
But, so it surprised me in the sense that I liked it more than I thought, but it disappointed me in the sense that I also really didn't like it a lot as soon as I left the theater. So, none of the character development was really earned. The weird sexual tension didn't need to happen.
I didn't think there was enough sexual tension.
It felt like
it had to be a couple, right? Because it's this weird in between.
It's weird where there's they hate each other at first, and you're like, yeah, I buy this. And then there's sexual tension, and it's like, you don't need this.
It's almost like the script they had to come.
You're not
like
in this.
they're not going to be a couple. These are two characters who are going to stand on their own as
Yeah, and they
individuals,
should have done
as
that.
colleagues in the rebellion.
Shut up.
And then some suit in corporate was like,
Either come on camera
better-
or stay
you
over
better
there.
add
Shut
some
up.
you better add some sexual tension in there just to be safe.
Yeah, but then they decide to half-ass it, and they just like hug and hold hands
Wait, no,
instead.
okay, that was like the whole point.
Come
of
on
the movie.
camera.
The whole point of the
Now,
movie.
come on camera.
No.
Yes, you have to
Wait,
come on
just
camera.
like
No.
You're literally getting blue balled by the Death Star.
Alright everyone, this is the person that I've been talking to and has been yelling off camera for a couple minutes now, John over. This is my little sister, for those of you that know us all.
Okay, but like the whole point of the movie, I think, is it's supposed to show the
Here
collateral
comes our
damage
quick
of a
Rogue One
war.
review.
And then like the whole point is like they have all this potential where they could be in a relationship and like they could end up together, but it's cut short by the fact that they're killed during the rebellion. It's like these are the people who
Yeah, I'm gonna
died
come
in
back to
order
that
for like
too.
the main thing to happen. I'm not saying the movie's great. I'm just saying I feel like you're missing the whole point of like the story is supposed to show like all the people that gave their
It doesn't
lives.
though, you don't get like enough of an interaction between them for any sexual tension to be earned. Like you don't, I don't like,
Maybe they're
they
lonely.
start out like hating each other. It's like, okay, yeah, they're thrust together. I believe this, and maybe they're kind of different. And then 20 minutes later, the starts of sexual tension. 10 minutes later, more sexual tension. And it's like this came out of nowhere. 15 minutes later, more sexual tension. 5 minutes later, we're hugging and gonna die on the beach. And that's
It's all they
dumb.
have. They're gonna lose
It's
their
dumb.
lives.
It's so weird. Like you don't need it. They could have still just like been like watching the thing like rise to come towards them and then just like held hands. Like you don't need to have it be sexual in nature because when you get to that scene, it feels like oh they're gonna kiss. That's what this is, and then they don't. They just hug / hold hands, and like you have expectations for where that scene is going to go and they're immediately shot down. And I'm not saying it needed to go there, I'm not saying I wanted it to go there, but that's where it felt like it was going and you get fucked over by the movie. That's like, no, that's not happening.
I feel like that's a
do.
good description for the movie as a whole. Like it's set, you come in with expectations. It doesn't meet them, but it's not a complete disappointment either. So
Yeah.
you're stuck in this weird limbo.
Yeah.
where,
I
like,
think
you
it did a
don't
good
know
job
what
of
you
showing
want.
like it made you think they were gonna end up together, and it's like surprise,
But
they're
it
dead.
didn't. Like,
But it tried.
no, but you knew they were gonna die going in.
I didn't.
If you knew if you knew anything about
never
Rogue
watched the
One
trailer.
going in, you know that this movie takes place directly before Episode 4. Am I right?
Yeah.
I did not
Yes.
know
A little bit.
And
before.
everyone dies in the movie. But the problem is, you don't know these characters enough for their deaths to mean anything. Nothing.
And that
Like, all the robot dies, and it's supposed to be this big, like, gesture, like this robot. But at the same time, and someone else mentioned this, it's
the
like,
only thing that accomplished is it gave me flashbacks to Wash.
yeah.
Dying at the end of
Ugh.
Serenity.
Except the problem
Spoilers.
is, he's a
For a
reprogrammed
6-year-old
robot.
movie.
So it's like, he didn't want to actually do that, he was forced to. That's not
Ugh.
fair.
What about the blind man? When the blind man died, I was sad. I was like, oh, they're
Yeah,
dead.
I was sad
He's okay,
too,
he's fine.
but like,
The second best movie.
then
to
his
feature
friend,
blind man.
okay, and this is
After
another
Don't
thing
Breathe.
that like, I've heard people talk about. In the end, his friend with the gun is like, you know, he kind of realizes like, oh, the Force isn't so bad, and you think like, oh, he's gonna pick up and carry on and like, you know, maybe carry on that guy's message. No, he walks 5 feet, gets shot, kills 2 stormtroopers, and then like he gets killed with a grenade.
He doesn't even have like a kind of rallying moment where he wipes out an entire fleet of stormtroopers.
No, or
He
like
just
one of the like at things. Like, no, he just dies. He
And-
dies.
Forrest Whitaker pulls a Kevin Costner from Man of Steel.
It was so
where
dumb.
he's like, no.
20 years of fighting, I'm done, over it. I'm just gonna.
Now
kill
that I
myself.
found you my surrogate daughter and I can help you, you know, we have an actual chance of blowing up their super weapon together. Nah, I'm just gonna.
I'm cool.
I'm cool.
I'm not even like a human anymore.
The ship's right here. You don't want to get on. Like we got plenty of time.
No, it's fine. I'm ready to die.
It's cool.
Yeah, they really sold him as he was gonna be a bigger character, and he didn't matter like at all.
And they had a Wampa, one of those Yetis from Empire Strikes Back, on the desert planet. He shouldn't even be there. He's gonna die. He's gonna get a heat stroke. The hell?
I will say,
What did you
Mads
say?
Mikkelsen was great.
Yeah.
He was great. He was as usual great. Yeah, so my second, I'm gonna stop talking about it. There was your Rogue One review. Buy me
2 trash cans from me. I'll give it 3. 3 trash cans.
2.5 trash cans.
3 trash cans.
2 3/4 trash cans, not 3. Second disappointing movie, Magnificent Seven. I was really looking forward to it. I just thought, oh, all these cool actors together, like this is gonna be really interesting. And it was kind of interesting, but then in the end, like it was not satisfying at all, and everyone dies, and it's like they didn't all need to die. And I feel like I don't. But the other problem is you don't know anything about them. Like you never get to learn more about them. It's like everything you know about them going in. Chris Pratt's a drunk and a gambler and an asshole. The Mexican guy is
He's
a
a
criminal
Mexican.
and he only says Mexican words that white people won't
Yeah.
know. Kingpin is
Yeah, he
crazy as fuck and you don't
Vincent
know why.
D'Onofrio does a really weird Wilson Fisk impersonation. like,
Yeah.
the whole time, like
It was so fucking weird.
it's like it's like they're like, you want to do like a character? He's like, what if I just do Kingpin again? And they're like, that'll do.
And they're just like,
That's
yeah, fine. Then you don't have to lose the weight either.
Yeah.
What are the other guys' names? Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke played the best character in that movie, but you still don't know like much about him except he has PTSD from the Civil War. The Asian guy, Billy,
Yeah.
great, but you don't know anything about him except that he's Asian and he's friends with Ethan Hawke, and he can use knives.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting
The villain-
Denzel Washington. Great, but again, you don't know anything about him except he hates the villain, and I guess the villain tried to hang him. That's
Yeah.
not even clear.
Yeah. And the villain is one of those it's kind of refreshing at first when it was like a throwback where he's like, oh, he's a villain just because.
Yeah.
You know, I was like mustache twirling, like, let me burn down your shirt. I just wanted it to end with him tying the lady to train tracks with a train coming at her. They didn't quite get there, but like,
No, they got pretty close. Like I feel like it had a lot of potential, like a stacked cast, people behind it, but then there was like lots of bad CGI. Like at the end where it's
Yeah.
all of their graves, and
Yeah.
it's just like, what the fuck is this? Like on Billy's grave, there's nothing. You could have put one of his knives, anything, it just says Billy on it. It's like, what the hell? Like, what is this shit? And like at the end, I mean, spoilers, I guess, but when Ethan Hawke dies, at the end, all the other guys ride away, and you can still see Ethan Hawke's body just sitting there as the townspeople, like, cheer on the fact that they won. It just had potential, and it was disappointing.
nobody went into this movie expecting it to be as great as the original Magnificent Seven or Seven Samurai that it was based on, but like, again, if you're gonna go back and remake a Hollywood classic, like,
Just try.
be careful. Like, and I don't want to say it's for lack of trying, but like,
I
Try
would
harder.
say that they tried, but like you could have done better. Like you could have cut some stuff out and just introduced us more to the characters, or even I don't know, like because from what I've seen, they made more of those Magnificent Seven movies, right? Like they made like 2 at the very least. I don't know. You didn't even set it up for that. You killed everyone. So like, there's no chance of these people coming back. But like, just not enough happened. Like I don't know. That was disappointing for me. Like again, I didn't go into it thinking it was gonna be incredible, but I thought like, oh, this is gonna be a fun like movie, and I went out and I was like, what did I just watch? Like I wanted to like it so bad, and I just couldn't find enough redeeming about it that I loved. Moving on though, this is something I don't know. We've never done this before, so I want to say it's new, but it's all of it's
brand new.
We're gonna do predictions for
2017.
best and worst for 2017.
Okay, so I've actually got a best, a couple of maybes, and then the worst.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing maybes.
I'll give you some time to think because I'm going to talk
Okay,
for
yeah,
quite
I'm
some time.
gonna look at some maybes.
So, for for best, I'm calling it right now. Blade Runner 2049, Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford, Denis Villeneuve, or however you pronounce it in French. My pick gonna be the best movie of 2017.
Wait, did you say Blade Runner?
Yes.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know you were picking that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Amazing director, amazing cinematographer. His previous films, Arrival, Sicario, completely hit it out of the park. Prisoners as well was phenomenal. Ryan Gosling, I've loved him since Drive. I've loved almost everything he's been in, even his like artsier, like less good stuff. Like, was that when he directed with Eva Mendes?
Even
The Lost River or whatever. Even that I was okay with because it's Ryan Gosling. But I think it's gonna be an honest, like true sequel. Like we're gonna see it and go, okay, I'm cool with this. I'm glad they decided to do this. Even if that's the best we get, even if we say I get why they're trying to do this, for a movie with a pedigree like as long and as important as Blade Runner, like that's an achievement. My maybes, movies that I'm not quite sure about, but I'm remaining cautiously optimistic about. James Gunn's The Belko Experiment.
Oh shit, that looks interesting.
It's basically his take on the kind of battle royale Hunger Games formula, where a bunch of like corporate people get locked in their corporate building and have to kind of fight to the death. I think it's gonna be good. It's got what's his name from Scrubs?
Oh,
I want to say John C. McGinley, but I don't think that's his name.
I feel like I know who you're talking about, and at the same time I.
The guy who plays the grumpy what?
Who from Scrubs?
Oh, the grumpy janitor?
No, remember the guy who plays the like mentor to JT?
Oh yeah, no shit.
That guy. If you've seen Scrubs, you know who I'm talking about. The guy who's always like grumpy and sarcastic, and he's friends with Brendan Fraser, but then Brendan Fraser dies. That guy.
Wasn't he dead?
Dr.
for a
Cox.
while or something?
Whoever
You
plays
just
Doctor.
talking to him?
Yeah.
I
Whoever
think
plays
his
Doctor
mental
Cox.
illness seems very normal.
He's gonna be
actually,
in that.
which I guess is cool and at the same time kind of weird.
Yeah. But
Sorry, continue.
I'm stoked for that. I'm a little worried it might tread a little too far into comedy for my taste, but I think if James Gunn, because James Gunn did Slither too, and if he could strike that kind of slithery tone, like I think that's gonna be great.
Yeah, but he also did Super.
I like Super. I do. I'm gonna say it on camera.
Yeah.
You're
That's right.
seriously a
I like
monster.
Super. I liked Super. I liked Kevin Bacon. I liked Evan Page. I liked
Ellen
Page. I liked Rainn
Dick.
Wilson. Rainn Wilson. I liked Rainn Wilson. I liked Super.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really was.
Other one I'm excited for, God Particle, with his first name David Alelio,
I don't know who you're talking about.
and a couple of other people. It's the third movie in the Cloverfield series.
Oh really?
Yeah. After,
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
That does sound
Yeah.
interesting.
Basically, these people are up aboard the International Space Station, and people are on Earth doing an experiment with the Hadron Collider, the particle accelerator, and the Earth disappears. So I'm stoked for that. I really enjoyed 10 Cloverfield Lane. That almost made my best of list this year.
That came out this year?
Yeah.
Oh man,
March.
that could have made my bet. That should have at least made honorable mention. That was
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah, so I'm stoked for that.
I feel like I just made a mistake.
Ones that I think are going to be really bad. Life. It's got Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal, and a couple of other people. It looks like a really crappy rip-off. I don't even want to say remake because rip-off's a better word. Of John Carpenter's The Thing, but it's set in space on a space station instead of in the Arctic. So I think that's going to be trash. CGI looks terrible. There's a scene where like Ryan Reynolds is like firing like a flamethrower. The fire looks like 1990s like fire, or like I don't know, early 2000s PlayStation 1 fire. It looks really bad. Power Rangers, I think it's gonna be bad. I think yeah.
It's kind of okay.
I think the only good performance we're gonna get out of that is Elizabeth Banks.
Okay.
I think she's gonna totally dig into the role of Rita Repulsa, and I think she's gonna steal every scene
Villain,
she's in.
right?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
a villain. I don't think that this is a series that needed to be brought back. I don't think that the tone that they're going for, where they're trying to make it like darker and grittier, is like what they need to do. I'm not gonna see it. I'm not even probably gonna rent it. Number one, guaranteed, gonna be awful. I'm calling it right now. It. Again, a movie that I would have loved to see remade is either a movie or preferably a miniseries on either HBO or Showtime or Stars, but let's be honest, probably HBO because they do the classiest job about it. Just not a good idea. The original director has dropped out. I think the guy they hired him to screenwrite after that has also dropped out over creative differences and budgetary differences. The studio, it seems like, is taking the cheapest and the easiest way out rather than devoting the time and the resources that they need to really do it correctly. Bill Skarsgård, I like him. I think he's going to do the performance okay. I don't like the design of the clown. Looks too obviously like evil clown instead of Pennywise is supposed to be kind of this more like creeping, insidious evil. Like, I don't know. It's just not going to be good. And it's with that and The Dark Tower coming out at the same time, I think that's going to be 2 strikes, 2 whips in a
Curious
row.
about the Dark Tower.
And people are going to be like, oh, you can't adapt Stephen King stuff in the movies. They're unadaptable. And it's like, we have a lot of evidence to the contrary. Like, we've got a lot of great Stephen King adaptations. You got Pet Cemetery and Graveyard Shift. With
That one about those kids.
Yeah, Stand By Me, Shawshank, Green Miles. Like, you can do it, but you can't take the easy way out. And I think it is going to be the easy way out. And you could add the Dark Tower onto the list too, because I think that's going to suck as well.
My turn?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with good. I'm going to start with bad, I guess. If you've already seen the lightning round episode of Trailer Trash, you'll know my first 2 picks: the Emoji Movie and Fate of the Furious. I think the Emoji Movie, just based on the name alone, is going to be garbage, but it's going to make a lot of money.
You remember how much you liked Sausage Party? What if we took all of the adult humor and stuff out of it and lowered the animation budget by about another $10,000?
And use something that you think about even less than groceries.
Yeah.
And Fate of the Furious just seems lazy. Like, you already did this, but with Letty. Why are you doing it again, but with Dom?
Oh, I didn't even think of that either.
Yeah, they're doing the same fucking thing. So, that's gonna be bad. And my third pick for worst, you'll know from a recent episode of Trailer Trash, Split. I think that movie's gonna be fucking terrible. And I might go see it just to know if my prediction for what the movie is was right or even close. For maybes, I'm gonna group some of these together. Wonder Woman and Justice League. I want to think that they're both gonna be good.
Yeah,
I want to think that, like, oh, you know, Man of Steel, BVS, Suicide Squad, those are just steps in the wrong direction, and this is gonna set them on track. But it could very easily just stay on the same direction and be terrible.
I think Wonder Woman's just going to be okay.
Yeah,
I think
Justice League is gonna make or break, I think.
I think it's going to break.
And I've said that a lot, unfortunately. I've had to say that a lot. My other 2 that I'm going to group together are John Wick #2 and Kingsman #2. They're on maybe because I love the first ones. John Wick is one of my favorite action movies in the last 10 years. Like, it's like the choreography paired with the soundtrack is incredible. It's the only movie where I will listen to that soundtrack on its own and go and watch just the fight scenes because they're so good. Kingsman, really good adaptation, really fun. It surprised a lot of people. It was well choreographed. Soundtrack was good. Acting, good. Everything about it was good. It stood out, and you could have left it at that one, and I think that might have been the smarter move. Same with John Wick. John Wick was like, for both of them, they were surprise hits in my opinion, and you're trying to like almost grasp at straws. Like, you should just be careful.
My concern with both is that they're going to try to double down.
Yeah.
They're going to say, let's take all the things that people liked about the first one and do more of them.
Yep.
Rather than trying to, like, let's break new ground or take these characters new places.
Yeah.
It's going to be that classic 22 Jump Street where it's like, let's do the same thing.
Except the thing is,
again.
22, like, what you can appreciate about 22 Jump Street is, like, yeah,
They
we
were
know
in on the joke.
Yeah, that was
the whole
I
joke.
liked that about it. That's how it worked.
So where were we before we got unceremoniously cut off?
So as you may or may not know, my camera likes to shut off while I'm recording videos, usually somewhere in the middle of a sentence. I'm gonna let it finish the clip before this, but we just finished talking about Universal Monsters and Jai Courtney.
We were fantastic.
Oh, we talked about him being ripped.
Yeah, he was gonna.
Did we get there?
So basically,
Yeah, you talked about him being ripped.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jay Courtney or Jai Courtney or whatever. We were talking about who would be in this franchise, and I said he was either going to be Old Man Van Helsing, where they were going to dress him up in old man makeup, or Jonathan Harker, the nerdy lawyer from the original Dracula.
Except he's ripped.
Except he's going to be ripped, like jacked, and he's like, "I'm just a lawyer. I fulfill wills and documents," but like the whole time, like. He's like sweating.
You see
and,
him
like,
lifting. He's like the Rock, where he's constantly greasing.
his pecs are moving, like whether you want them to or not. And like, I don't know who his wife would be. Some like supermodel or something's gonna be playing Nina Harker.
Yeah. I forgot where else we went after that, so I'm gonna end it. If you like this format, leave a comment down below or like the video. Because we can do more of these.
Yeah.
When John, comes back from Safari.
Or no, you're not going back to Safari. Where would you be going this time?
Space.
Space. When John comes back from space camp, not actual space. You know,
Yeah.
space camp.
Space fat camp. It's for those kids who want to be astronauts, but they're too overweight, and so their parents decide that they want to solve both problems at once. It's that kind of forward, problem-solving, oriented thinking that gets you into NASA.
All right. So when John gets back from space fat camp,
They call it the vomit comet. Trains you for space and blows off those excess calories.
As always, like the video, subscribe, because I'm at 31 subscribers, and this time next year I think I could hit 100. Comment if you want to see more of this, or if you liked any of the trailers, talk to us about it.
We love long, snarky replies.
I respond to all the comments because I get about one every third video.
I read them, and I take the mean ones very personally.
I'll respond in as snarky a way as I can convey over the internet. Also, thinking about making pins, because people have asked me. I have a pin that says Teen Trash on it, not Team Trash. People always ask me, oh, you make Team Trash pins? Can I have one? And I feel like if I made one, people would like it. So I'm thinking about investing in some pins. Let me know in the comments if you would wear a Team Trash pin. I'll probably give them away for free.
Or if you want to be one of those like Etsy / Pinterest
What?
people and make us merch.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
very
we'll
crafty.
take that. Send it to
We'll
us.
wear
for
it on the
free.
show. I'll wear it in public.
Yeah, if you send it before John goes to space fat camp, he'll wear it at camp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll wear it at my job. It's a good conversation starter.
I might wear it to my job, but I don't think people ask me about it. Yeah, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.